The nephew of one of the victims killed in last week's shooting spree was as shocked as anyone to learn the man accused of the crime only served 11 months of a 3-year sentence.
It's nowhere in the world he should have been out. I mean, just the people who have suffered behind just this act of just releasing this man is overwhelming.
The mayor of Memphis is a longtime supporter of stricter sentencing laws.
These evil actions show why truth in sentencing is a must.
I mean, I drove through the scene, bypassing around it, not knowing that he was the one that was shot there. And so just think that if the law was to do their job and just kind of prosecute someone, people would not be suffering like this.
Police say Miller's uncle, 62-year-old Richard Clark, was Ezekiel Kelly's second victim that horrifying night. Miller believes if truth in sentencing laws like the one enacted in the state of Tennessee in May of this year had already been on the books, his uncle would still be alive.
We are suffering because of something that could have been easily prevented had they just did their job, their due diligence upon giving this man the sentence that he deserved.
Truth in sentencing legislation mandates people convicted of a felony serve their full sentence, eliminating eligibility for parole for things like good behavior.
Truth in sentencing is the law now. It passed in the last legislative session, and we're going to follow the law. That's clear.
But critics say it will take more than serving a full sentence to make a difference.
I think what's implied is that somehow people spending time in those facilities have the tools and the resources and the experiences that correct any criminal behavior. And I think we have to discuss more about the structural and systemic issues, because no matter how long someone is in prison, if the purpose of the prison is to correct them and we're not correcting them, then it doesn't matter if they do the entire sentence or not.
D.A. Mulroy agrees. While it is a law that will be enforced, it only deals with one aspect of criminal rehabilitation.
We can work with the county's Office of Reentry. We can work with Judge Sugarman in juvenile court. We can work with pretrial services and agencies of that nature. And I think that kind of cooperative effort, where it's both ends, it's tough prison sentences for the repeat violent offenders on one end, but also the prevention strategies on the early end.
In Memphis, I'm Jay Shakur.